A dab, you really control everything. I can kind of like
choose your own adventure.
Exactly.
Do you see that? We did the same time. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Slow Burn. I'm Jerilyn, here with Joel again. I almost said welcome back, but also like this is your company, so.
Happy to be here.
Me too. This is episode 5, and today we are discussing Dabs 101. Everything you need to know before your first hit. We're going to cover what they are, how you consume them, why dabs over vapes or flower or edibles, and who should use dabs, and lastly, a super secret upcoming launch. Wow, 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 wow.
It's exciting stuff.
I know. Okay, you ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do
pop
it.
off. So why dabs over flower? Potentially, if someone wants that.
Yeah, I think flower is the most ancient way. It's the most like true to plant experience, being flower itself. But in a dab, you're any kind of concentrate, you're removing the chlorophyll and plant matter and just getting the cannabinoids and terpenes, like just the stuff we want. Mm-hmm. And so by taking a dab, there's less irritant on the lungs than smoke itself. So if someone has like, lung sensitivity or something, or they just want like that isolated flavor, you're going to get that in a dab as opposed to just a flower. Or me personally, I like to combine like a CBD live resin with some THC. So I can like do a 1-to-1 or a 4-to-1, and I can kind of like choose your own adventure. Exactly.
Do you see that? We did the same time. That was beautiful. And what about edibles?
Edibles versus dabs, just like kind of consuming flower versus edibles, you're just going to get that instant effect as opposed to like as low as 10 minutes to an hour of onset. It's immediate.
So why would someone choose it sounds like there's a lot more setup and stuff with the rig and potentially more pieces. So maybe it's more expensive. What is the benefit of having that over just a quick thing on the go?
Yeah, I think the quick thing is like benefit of a Puffco. It's like you just literally set the temperature, press a button, and it heats up. It vibrates when you're ready to go. Mm-hmm. Add in your concentrate, and take the dab. That's got benefits in that it's easier, a little bit more actually investment on that side.
Okay. Puffco?
Yeah, than just like a just a rig or something, where even there's like the simplest option you could get is like they call them like the nectar collectors, a little bit more old school, where it's like, it's literally just like a glass straw essentially that you would heat up one end of it to then dip into your dab, into your concentrate, and then, inhale the vapor off that. Gotcha. That'd be like your ultra cheapest option to kind of give it a shot, trial it. There's a whole litany of different options that you could go into it.
Gotcha. So you can do a dab with a vape, and you have those vapes, or there's like the actual dab rig and stuff, which we'll get into. Yep. Okay. And you guys sell dab pens.
Right.
Vapes.
Yeah. So like the Modern Herb Co., like Uncut or Liquid Diamonds is like a, actually we just did a video on that. But if we look at like the Uncut, that's full live resin into our pod system or into the cartridges. So that is, the quality of a dab, but again, on the go. And I can take that and be portable with it. Versus a dab concentrate, just the concentrate itself, you then have a little bit more choice of like how you want to consume that, how much you want to consume. Right. And then we get into like what those vape devices are for it. In
terms of strength, what are they stronger than?
Yeah, so flower might be like, 15 to 25% THC or CBD, depending on, the genetics. Whereas you're going to get on a general like live resin or rosin dab, like a 3 times potency, so you might have like 65% as opposed to 20% in the flower form. Okay. So it's concentrating it because I'm removing all that other kind of plant matter out of that.
Right. What about the feel of the high? So you're definitely going to get more high. And also like does that high feel different opposed to smoking flower?
Yeah, I think, but there's people watching are probably everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's got their preferences.
It's a beautiful thing about life.
Right. But generally speaking, my personal opinion, and I think a lot of folks would say, is that a concentrate is going to be obviously more concentrated, so more potent. And then, really comes down to dose. If you take like a globber, like take a whole bunch into it, then,
A globber?
Yeah.
I like that term.
Yeah. If you've got like a lot in there, then it doesn't matter really how clear-headed you're going to be.
You're going to be to the moon.
On another planet.
Having a good time. We also have some exciting videos. Not this one, even though this one's great. Going into the different ways, kind of the different products you guys have of ways to smoke dabs, right?
Yeah, so we'll have a full breakdown on, from like a more automated standpoint of like a Puffco or a G-Pen, where you just kind of like set it and forget it, what your temperature you want, and drop your dab.
I love being a visual learner.
Yeah, it keeps it simple. Or then we're going to explain like how to use like a torch and best temperatures for, whether it's a rosin or a resin, and how you should dab accordingly. So we'll have a whole breakdown on that coming up. Right.
Can you tell me about the super secret launch?
Yeah, happy to. Yeah. So right now our main Modern Herb Co. dab line is our rosin. So it's, solventless concentrate. Okay. We are launching a 2-gram live resin dab. So it's going to be more like, kind of think, the people who like our like uncut vapes, just think that, but in a dab format. We're going to have live diamonds as well as a batter coming out, and at least like 6 profiles launching this summer, with the first ones launching in like about a month.
Exciting. Okay, well, come and get it. Okay, that's the end of this episode, The Slow Burn. We'll see you in the next one, where we're going to be talking about why rosin.
That'll be a good one.